What's up, guys? Welcome to my jungle Evelyn guide and why I think she is so overpowering. Let's go ahead and first start with her pathing. You're going to go ahead and start at the blue buff. And then once you've done that, you're either going to go to your typical Wraiths, or I kind of switched it up and I go ahead and start at Wolves. The reason why I start at Wolves is because it seems like you take less hits and you use less health pots, and you basically get the same experience. And then you're going to go ahead and finish it off with the red camp. And then once you're finished with the red camp, you're going to go ahead and try to look for any easy ganks that are available. If not, then you're just going to continue finishing up the rest of the camps. And then once you've done that, you're going to go back and recall and buy your first item. Now, the second part of my guide is going to be my thoughts about Evelyn in the current meta. Now, she's extremely powerful ever since they nerfed the Vision Ward, and they really can't see your ganks coming. It's basically you're playing a jungler where freaking wards don't even exist in the game. And honestly, even if you're not playing Evelyn, you should always think that way. You should always think that every single lane is not warded. But honestly, when you're playing her, I mean, even in low Ilios, they don't usually ward, but but even in high Ilios, she's still very viable. And even if they do start buying vision wards, that's basically 100 gold that they're spending that, that's easily disposed of because you have vision of it and you can go ahead and destroy it whenever you come across it. So that's basically my thoughts on her on the current meta, and she's probably one of the top 3 junglers of the current meta up to date. Evelyn's passive, Shadow Walk. When out of combat for 6 seconds, she enters stealth, and then she also regenerates 1% of her maximum mana, and then she also ignores unit collision. And whenever she is in combat, she's going to be out of stealth. The next one is Hate Spike. She fires a line of spike through a nearby enemy, dealing magic damage. And the next one is Dark Frenzy. Passive form gives you a flat movement speed every time you hit someone with a spell, and it stacks up to 4 times. And then the active ignores and removes all slow and increases her movement speed, which is pretty good. And next one is Ravage. Ravage slashes a target twice, dealing physical damage with each strike, and she also gains a short attack speed buff. And the last one, her ulti, is Agony Embrace. Agony Embrace is an AoE magic damage, dealing magic damage equal to percentage of their current health, and slowing the movement speed for 2 seconds. And also she gains a shield for each enemy champion hit and lasts up to 6 seconds. Now the next thing I'm going to go over is the skill order. You're going to go ahead and level up your Q, E, W, R. And this is also the same skills that you're going to max out first. Alright, the next one is the core items. The first thing that you're ever going to rush is the Spirit of the Elder Lizard. That's a must. And then after that, you're going to go ahead and get yourself a boot. Either Mercury Treads or Boot of Mobility, depending on the situation. And Blade of Ruin King if you're definitely really fed. And also alternative, if they have a lot of AP, is Hex Drinker. And if you're not really fed, then you're definitely going to get Randuins. But if you are fed, after these items, you'll get Randuins. And then after that, you're definitely going to need some MR. Banshee Veil is a really good solid item. And then your last item, no matter what, is always going to be Guardian Angel, which is going to definitely help you out in team fights. What's up, guys? The last part of the guide is going to be about mechanics. Now, for ganking wise, for Evelyn, you want to go ahead and try to get behind the enemy and go ahead and gank the lane. And you're going to start off with the Q. I usually start off with the Q because it has more range than E. And right after the Q, you're going to go ahead and do your E. And then you're going to use the W as a gap closer, or you're going to use it as a cleanse. If they have any slow, you're going to go ahead and use your W to go ahead and remove the slow. So make sure you use it at the right situation. Now, definitely if they have slows, then you need to keep that in mind and go ahead and save the W until they actually slow you. Or you could use it for a gap closer. It really depends on the situation, and it's entirely in your hands. Now, the ulti is definitely going to give you a nice shield, and you definitely use that for team fights. Even in fights in the lane, when you're ganking, you want to either use it as a defensive skill, or you want to use it as an offensive skill, either for chasing or trying to soak up a lot of damage. If you feel like you need to soak up a lot of damage, and it seems like they're going to really be targeting you, then you definitely want to prioritize in using the shield for the ulti. Just try to go ahead and hit as many units as possible so you can go ahead and stack up as much shield as possible. And also, as offensively or defensively, you can go ahead and slow the units, and you can go ahead and save your carries or save yourself and run away safely, or you can slow them so you can chase them in a more efficient way. Now, you can also think that your ulti as a Randuin is basically, I think of it as a second Randuin, and also plus you have that shield, which is really nice. I think that pretty much wraps up everything. Thanks for watching my guide, guys. If you guys did watch it all the way up to this point, I'm really grateful, and thank you so much. The only reason I made this guide is because I just fell in love with Evelyn so much, and I just picked her up recently too. At first I thought she wasn't really that overpowered, and I thought she was just, you know, your everyday champion. But you know, the more you play her, you get to see the potential that she has and how OP she is in the current meta. But yeah, so that's why I went ahead and put this guide together, using all the knowledge that I have obtained till now, playing her so often. But hopefully you guys enjoy this video. If you guys do, go ahead and like it. If you want to criticize, go ahead and dislike it. Give me a comment. And always subscribe and join the community, guys. Thanks for watching.